The FIFA World Cup is the biggest soccer tournament on the planet. 32 countries show up every 4 years. They play for 1 month, one team wins the trophy. That is it. But here is where it gets interesting. Most people think the World Cup is just a bunch of matches. It is not. It is a system. And if you do not understand the system, you will not understand why some teams advance and others go home after 3 games. Let me break down how this actually works. First, the 32 teams are divided into 8 groups. Each group has 4 teams. So Group A has 4 teams, Group B has 4 teams, and so on. Every team in your group plays every other team in your group once. That is 3 matches per team in the group stage. No more, no less. Here is the scoring system, and this is critical. If you win a match, you get 3 points. If you draw, you get 1 point. If you lose, you get 0 points. After all 3 matches, the 2 teams with the most points advance from each group. The other 2 teams go home. This sounds simple. It is not, because a team can win 1 game, draw 2 games, and advance. Another team can win 2 games and lose 1 and go home. It depends on goals. It depends on everything. Now, the tiebreaker. If 2 teams have the same number of points, you look at goal difference. Goals scored minus goals conceded. So if Germany beats Costa Rica 5-1, Germany gets +4 goal difference. Costa Rica gets -4. Over the course of 3 games, goal difference matters more than you think. If goal difference is tied, you look at goals scored, pure goals, nothing else. If that is tied, you look at head-to-head record between those 2 teams only. And if somehow all of that is still tied, there is a playoff match. This almost never happens, but it can. So when commentators talk about goal difference in the final group game, they are not being dramatic. A team can literally go home because they score fewer goals than the other team, even with the same number of points. After the group stage, 16 teams advance. The winners of each group and the runners-up of each group. Now these 16 teams enter the knockout stage. And knockout means exactly what it sounds. Lose 1 match and you are out. That is it. No second chances. The knockout stage has quarterfinals, semifinals, and the final. Quarterfinals is 8 teams becoming 4. Semifinals is 4 teams becoming 2. The final is 1 match. Winner is world champion. But here is where most beginners get confused. In the knockout stage, if a match is tied after 90 minutes, you go to extra time, 30 more minutes. And if it is still tied after extra time, you go to a penalty shootout. 5 penalties each. First team to score more win. If it is still tied after 5 penalties each, you go sudden death. 1 penalty each until someone scores and the other team does not. So a team can dominate a match, not score, and lose on penalty. This has happened many times. England knows this feeling very well. Now, why does the World Cup matter so much? Because it is the only time these players represent their entire country. Club soccer is different. In club soccer, a player plays for Manchester United or Liverpool or Real Madrid. But in the World Cup, a player from Manchester United plays alongside players from other clubs, other countries, for one nation. That is why the World Cup creates a different kind of energy. You know the type. A country that is ordinarily average can go on a run. A superpower can get knocked out early, because in 4 weeks, everything is different. Form changes. Injuries happen. One moment changes everything. This is also why some countries take the World Cup seriously and others do not. For some nations, the World Cup is everything. For others, it is a distraction from their domestic season. The difference shows on the pitch. Here is another thing beginners miss. The group stage is not just about advancing. It is about avoiding strong teams in the knockout stage. If you finish second in your group, you might face the group winner from another group. If you finish first, you might face the runner-up from a weak group. Teams actually play to finish second sometimes. This sounds insane, but it happens. And when it does happen, it creates drama nobody expected. The tournament also exposes a harsh truth. There is no such thing as an easy match at the World Cup. Even small nations play with pride. Every team is there for a reason. Every team has played through qualification and beaten other nations to get there. So when a favorite team struggles against an underdog, it is not surprising if you understand that every single team belongs there. Now, let us talk about what makes a World Cup run special. It is not just about talent, it is about timing. A team that builds chemistry quickly wins. A team with injuries struggles. A team with a coach who knows the system wins. A team with individual stars trying to do everything fails. This is why defensive teams often go further than offensive teams, because discipline and structure beat chaos. And here is the final thing. The World Cup is unpredictable. Every 4 years, something shocking happens. A country nobody thought would make it goes to the semifinals. A superpower gets knocked out. A player has the tournament of his life. This unpredictability is why people watch. This is why the World Cup is bigger than any club tournament, because anything can happen. So that is the World Cup. 32 teams, 8 groups, 3 matches per team. Top 2 advance, 16 teams and knockout. 1 loss and you are out. Simple system, infinite drama. Whether you like it or not, the World Cup is the greatest soccer tournament in the world. And now you know exactly how it works. You are welcome, and don't forget to subscribe, like, and share.